Hi, I'm Danielle Contreras with Overflow Works. Today I'm going to take you through our omni-channel lead generation solutions. There is quite a lot to cover here, but I'm going to go through it quickly and be sure you hang in for the end because there's an offer included. So a little bit about Overflow Works. We're in Murrieta, California. That's about an hour south of Orange County and an hour north of San Diego, and we're situated in the Temecula Wine Valley. We were founded in 2008. We have the good fortune of having nationwide clients, 100 plus associates in our headquarters, including our production facility. We have mailed over 1 billion pieces and countless digital impressions have been made. Sometimes we combine direct mail and digital to achieve our clients' objectives, but we can also implement programs with one or the other, so direct mail or digital exclusively. A little bit of background here on Jeff Bush, who is our founder and president, and myself. He and I started our careers together actually some 23 years ago. Both of us have significant database marketing experience now gathered over that time. Emphasis in new homeowner products and services, mortgage lending, home improvement financing. My experience is similar, very much so, but also including some healthcare, again, a lot of home improvement and mortgage, but also B2B high tech. Our experience is pretty robust. We've covered a lot of industries. You can see a lot of our larger clients here represented in the logos. We do scale and scope for smaller clients, so don't let that make you think that we may not be a fit to work together. We're very flexible on how we engage. Some of the industries that we've focused in are mortgage, home improvement, as I covered previously, but also energy, automotive, casino, gaming, hospitality, retail, healthcare, and technology. So what to expect when engaging with us? We understand that you and your marketing team are already extremely busy. We aim to be an extension of your team and help kind of expand the bandwidth and help you meet your marketing objectives. We, again, have gained quite a lot of learnings, as you would imagine, over 20 years. We've run thousands of past successful campaigns where we have measured results and identified the successful aspects of those campaigns, and we will apply those to your programs to get high performance results right out of the gate. We are a national list broker, as well as having over 100 million records on our servers of consumers. So we are definitely well suited to be able to find and identify your perfect future customers, both offline and online. We're a one-stop shop. So again, under that theme of making it easy and simplifying things, you can reach out to us with one phone call or email and work with us from soup to nuts, including creative strategy, the implementation of all of your channels, direct mail, email. We'll cover a little bit more about that, but again, everything's here happening under one roof, so we can do everything that you need with just one contact. We also work together on an a la carte or a full suite of services basis. So you can engage us to work on one aspect of your campaign, whether it be direct mail or digital, or you can engage with us on a comprehensive level to put together a plan to meet your objectives with multiple channels. This is an example of a campaign for a B2B client of ours. The Omni channel really is covering the application of multiple channels going to a single target audience with a consistent offer, message, and theme. So as you can see, going left to right, the direct mail, the email, the Facebook ad, and then the online reply device are all looking consistently the same. They're carrying through on that offer and messaging. And we are, in this case, creating multiple exposures to the same target audience. So someone who's getting direct mail is also getting email and being exposed to a Facebook ad. And through doing that, we are able to make the most of a small target prospect universe. We are following direct marketing fundamentals in this order, defining the strategy, and that really starts with identifying our metrics, what the goals are for the campaigns. In many cases, most in fact, we are working with clients who already have very mature marketing programs, and they're coming to us looking to improve the performance of those. So one of the first things we're doing is looking at historical data. What are the current results? How much do they want to improve? And then what are the measurements? So we define that very specifically as a first step. And we go about identifying the appropriate list sources and selection criteria for finding both those offline and online prospects. We develop offers, and that's going to be based on the objective again. Are we trying to generate leads at the higher end of the sales funnel, or are we going for a more qualified, deeper consideration lead? The offer is going to be structured to fulfill based on the behavior we're trying to create. So if we're trying to get a response, then the offer is going to be tied to a response. If it's deeper buy cycle, or even something where we're trying to make a sale with our direct marketing activities, then the offer will be tied and fulfilled with that action. So once our strategy, targeting, and offers are determined, we go about figuring out which channels are going to achieve the results that we're looking for. So direct mail may be a little bit of a higher cost per lead, but it tends to convert better, and it also has the ability to reach 100% of your prospect universe. Whereas the online and digital opportunities, email, you may match 40 to 50% of your target audience. Targeted display is the same. Social media ads, the same. Those three channels are really only getting at about 40% of your target audience. So we often will have direct mail as a cornerstone of our campaigns, just by virtue of being able to get our message out to every qualified prospect in that channel. Google ads and retargeting. Google ads, we obviously can't target, but we do find when we perform a matchback that when we've timed our Google ads with some of our other marketing channels, that we see a spike, and sometimes a significant spike in the Google ad performance. And that's because one of the first things people do when they receive a communication is go and search. Best practices for targeting: we are a national list broker in addition to having 100 million consumer records on our servers. That really puts us in a good position to be able to identify the right sources for your particular audience and procure that data on your behalf. We can also work with supplied data, any of your CRM or pipeline files. What we're doing from there is we're identifying the key data points for the qualifying factors and making the selection criteria as qualified as possible before we pull the list and do the marketing. We can also append data from external resources. So if you've got gaps in your CRM data, we can fill those gaps and get more qualifying information. And we will help you with the selection criteria. We do work with clients who have direct relationships with their list companies, and we are happy to work with supplied data. Given that we are going to be measured based on performance, we do like to offer our support in terms of the selection criteria you make when you are working directly with a list company. And or if you're working through us, obviously we're going to have a very methodical approach to the list selection criteria to make sure that that really important lever on your campaign is as dialed in as possible. We also have off-the-shelf model options and can do custom models. They're very nimble and low cost and fast to deploy. So I didn't talk too much about targeting online. I did cover this point of interest on the Google ad prospect spiking when you have timed campaigns alongside it. What we're doing when we're identifying your prospects online is we are either matching an IP address to the computer in the home, or we are appending an email address. We're working with an existing email address to match a profile online. So by doing that, we are not just, sending out a digital communication to folks who may or may not be qualified for your offer. We are able to then target and really optimize the budgets and spend for online. Targeted display, again, is the matching of the IP address to the computer in the home. This is really just an illustration or an example of some of our work on Facebook, where we're able to generate these leads in addition to a direct mail piece received or email, or exclusively just generating a Facebook lead. Retargeting, remarketing. So online, as your prospects are surfing and browsing, we are using cookies, pixels, and tags to track their activity. And we are then retargeting them to make their way back to you and your website and your offer. We have a lot of tools for measurement. It's often the case that our clients are doing mailings or digital executions weekly, monthly, and oftentimes we have to make a decision on what direction to take strategically before we have the results. So that leads us to having this online reporting tool that's a dashboard that tracks every single call that comes in. We also have an online reply device that I'll talk about in a second that achieves the same result. But you can see that the information that's captured from responses is very thorough. We assign a toll-free line to each element in the campaign. So if you've got an offer test or multiple lists being tested, each of those will receive their own toll-free line. And when the calls ring in, they'll be tracked. We'll capture the time of the call, the duration of the call, information about the caller, their name, their phone number, and then we can record the call, which comes in handy when you are reviewing lead quality. Even, some of our clients use it for sales training. Somebody had a great call, they're going to bring it into their meeting and they're going to play it for everybody. This is the online reply measurement tool. This is kind of a multi-function solution where we are making a campaign-specific online reply device. What this is designed to do, and the way, in fact, this client utilized it, is they put it on the desktop of their inbound call center. So when somebody called in, instead of asking them 10 questions at the beginning of the call, they were able to confirm their information. They just simply had to ask for a code on their piece. If they were receiving mail, if they were clicking on an email, the prospect would actually land on this second page here and all of their information would be pre-populated. So the data backs into this reply device, and in doing that, it pre-fills or pre-populates the information so that you are able to move through quickly and get the conversion. This actually supports inbound leads from phone call if it's on the desktop of the inbound call center. It also works for email, targeted display, or any online reply. Whatever they're clicking on, they land here. Their information is pre-filled when it's available, or they are just left to fill out the information quickly and click submit. We also have TCPA language included, so people are opting in, capturing their email address and their cell phone number. With an offer that's strong enough, you can get away with that, but we'd certainly tailor that based on what the offer was and the objective. This also serves as a centralized data repository. So because it's capturing all of the leads from all of the outbound channels, we are able to either set up a data warehouse to hold all those leads for easy review analytics down the road, or we can have it go into your CRM system via API. Okay, comprehensive results analysis reporting. So at the close of a campaign, we obviously want to, measure performance, see what was the strongest result, if there were any areas of weakness, and we will drill down on that at a specific level. So we now have kind of the keys to moving forward and how to optimize performance as we go by reporting on all those results. And again, we're applying your metrics to measure the success. So there are some qualifying factors here. If this is something you're interested in, we can cover it. But this is a pretty valuable offer, we think. It is valued around $3,500 to $5,000, depending on the scope of work. But we are offering to invest our time and resources. Our strategic team, our creative team will work together to make recommendations in a fully executable document. All that we ask really is that you are the decision maker and that you would consider implementing the plan with us if you find it compelling. So this includes our recommendations after research and consideration for database targeting and segmentation, what offers we would make, how we would structure the offer, creative and messaging. We would also include a concept in this offer. We'd provide a testing matrix that outlines in detail all of the variables that we would be implementing, media mix and contact plan, budget, and results projections. So those projections, by the way, come in the low, mid to high range. We're really trying to identify the opportunity to meet your objectives and kind of use that as a litmus test for moving forward. Okay, we're wrapped up. I'm well over on time. If you're still with me, thank you so much for viewing today, and we hope to hear from you soon here at Overflow Works.